Jerry Colangelo is an American businessman and sports executive who currently serves as an advisor to the Philadelphia 76ers. He formerly owned the Phoenix Suns of the NBA, the Phoenix Mercury of the WNBA, the Arizona Sandsharks of the Continental Indoor Soccer League, the Arizona Rattlers of the Arena Football League, and the Arizona Diamondbacks of Major League Baseball. He was also instrumental in the relocation of the Winnipeg Jets of the NHL to Phoenix to become the Phoenix Coyotes. In 2014, Grand Canyon University renamed its Christian-based School of Business after Jerry Colangelo, replacing Ken Blanchard's namesake. He became the youngest general manager in professional sports in 1968 after being hired as general manager from the Phoenix Suns. He has the second longest tenure running the same NBA franchise, only to be exceeded by Red Auerbach of the Boston Celtics. In the summer of 2005, Colangelo was named director of USA Basketball, whose team represented the United States in the 2008 Beijing Olympics and 2010 FIBA World Championship. Since 2009, he has served as chairman of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Colangelo also serves as chairman of the National Italian-American Foundation, a non-profit, non-partisan educational foundation that promotes Italian-American culture and heritage. Colangelo has been known for a no-nonsense ownership style. Players like the Suns' Dennis Johnson and Jason Kidd and the Diamondbacks' Bobby Chouinard have been traded or released after the personal problems became public. Early life. Colangelo was born and raised in Chicago Heights, Illinois, to an Italian-American working-class family. He played basketball and baseball for Bloom Township High School. Colangelo enrolled at the University of Kansas, but transferred to the University of Illinois after prospective teammate Wilt Chamberlain left. He played basketball for the Illinois Fighting Illini, earned all Big Ten honors, and captained the Illini as a senior. He was later inducted into the Illinois Basketball Hall of Fame. Colangelo also played 2 years of baseball at Illinois. In 1962, he graduated from the University of Illinois with a degree in physical education. In his autobiography, How You Play the Game, Colangelo tells of working after graduating college at the House of Charles, a tuxedo rental shop in Chicago Heights. Basketball. Colangelo began his career in professional basketball with the Chicago Bulls. He worked as a marketing director, scout, and assistant to the president of the team. In 1968, he left the Bulls and was hired as the first general manager of the expansion team, the Phoenix Suns. He was the youngest general manager in professional sports. When he and his family left for Arizona, he had $200 in his wallet. Colangelo got off to an unlucky start, losing a 1969 coin flip to the Milwaukee Bucks for the rights to UCLA Phenim Lual Sindor. The Suns were competitive most of the 1970s, making it to the NBA Finals in 1976, but losing to the Boston Celtics in 6 games. Colangelo had 2 stints as head coach during that decade, compiling a record of 59 wins and 60 losses. During much of the 1980s, Colangelo's Suns faced trouble. Some players, including 1976 NBA Finals player Garfield Hurd, were involved in an infamous drug scandal. Young center Nick Vanos died in a 1987 plane crash, and, from 1985 through 1988, the Suns failed to qualify for the playoffs. Colangelo put together a group that bought the Suns in late 1987, in the wake of the drug scandal. He subsequently made a trade for Kevin Johnson in 1987. The Suns made one of the biggest turnarounds in NBA history in 1988-89, nearly doubling the win total and making the first of 13 straight playoff appearances. In 1989, Colangelo was an essential part of the group that planned to build the America West Arena, providing financial backing. In 1992, Colangelo traded Jeff Hornacek, Tim Perry, and Andrew Lang to the Philadelphia 76ers for Charles Barkley. The trade proved to be productive for the Suns, and they reached the NBA Finals for the second time in 1993, this time losing to the Bulls in 6 games. Barkley's relationship with Colangelo, however, grew sour over the years, and in 1996, he was traded to the Houston Rockets. Throughout his time with the Suns, Colangelo would win 4 different NBA Executive of the Year honors with the team. It would stand to be the most honors for an executive of one team in the NBA. He eventually turned over the Suns' presidency to his son Brian, who eventually left the organization to become general manager of the Toronto Raptors. Brian would end up winning 2 NBA Executive of the Year honors, one with Phoenix, and one with Toronto only 2 seasons later. On December 7, 2015, Colangelo decided to return to the NBA to become the new chairman of basketball operations for the Philadelphia 76ers, as well as special advisor to the team's managing partner. On April 7, 2016, Colangelo's son, Brian, would take on the role of general manager and president of basketball operations for the 76ers after the former president and general manager, Sam Hinkie, resigned from his position before the 2015-16 season was at an end due to irreconcilable differences with Jerry. The move would reunite the Colangelos for the first time since 2004 with the Phoenix Suns. Colangelo stepped down from his position of chairman of basketball operations following the hiring of his son, but he retained his role as special advisor to the managing partner. Colangelo's additional sports activities. Colangelo has been involved in many professional sports teams in Arizona baseball while in Chicago for a Suns game. Colangelo attended a Chicago Cubs baseball game at Wrigley Field. Soon thereafter, he decided to inquire to Major League Baseball about bringing an expansion team to Arizona. He assembled a group of investors in 1994 to buy a franchise, the year prior to MLB's proposed expansion selection meetings. In 1995, Colangelo's group was granted an expansion team, the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks began playing in 1998. For his new baseball club, Colangelo hired Joe Garagiola Jr. as general manager. He also brought in Buck Showalter, coming off a successful stint as manager of the New York Yankees. Showalter and Yankees owner George Steinbrenner did not agree to a contract extension, so Colangelo quickly hired Showalter as future manager of the Diamondbacks. These hirings proved to be instrumental to the expansion franchise's quick success. Notable moves made by Garagiola included the signing of Randy Johnson in 1999 and a trade for Curt Schilling in 2000 from the Philadelphia Phillies. They were co-MVPs of the 2001 World Series when the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees in 7 games. This was the first major professional sports championship for the Phoenix area. Colangelo resigned as managing general partner in summer of 2004. Ken Kendrick took responsibility as the lead among the team's investors. Women's basketball. In 1997, Colangelo's team in the Women's National Basketball Association, the Phoenix Mercury, began playing. The following year, the Mercury reached the WNBA Finals but lost to the Houston Comets. Arena football. In 1992, Colangelo founded the Arena Football League's Arizona Rattlers and owned them until 2005. Under Colangelo's guidance, the Rattlers won Arena Bowl championships in 1994 and 1997. They were also one of the AFL's model franchises and were a perennial playoff team. According to published reports, the Rattlers struggled to stay afloat as a franchise after Colangelo sold the team. Hockey. Colangelo was also involved in bringing the National Hockey League to Arizona, transferring the Winnipeg Jets to the area as the Phoenix Coyotes in 1996. The move made Phoenix one of only a few metropolitan areas with franchises in all four major North American professional sports leagues. The team plays in the Phoenix suburb of Glendale. Exit from sports. In April 2004, Colangelo sold the Suns, Mercury and Rattlers to an investment group headed by San Diego, California businessman, Tucson, Arizona native Robert Sarver for $401 million. Late in the 2004 baseball season, Colangelo sold his controlling interest in the Arizona Diamondbacks to a group of investors led by Jeff Morad. Other interests. Jerry Colangelo is part of an investment group planning development in Buckeye, Arizona. They have planned a 300,000-plus residence development called Douglas Ranch and a smaller 7,000 acres development called Trillium. Colangelo purchased the bankrupt Wigwam Resort in Litchfield Park, Arizona. In 2011, Jerry Colangelo assisted in creating Head Canyon University's Colangelo School of Sports Business and served as an advisor. On September 25, 2014, Grand Canyon University announced their College of Business would be renamed Colangelo College of Business. Awards. Colangelo has been named the NBA's Executive of the Year 4 times. He is an honorary member of the Marchigiana Society of his hometown, Chicago Heights, Illinois. A street in that city bears his name. On May 9, 2002, Colangelo was awarded an honorary degree from Arizona State University. On April 4, 2004, Colangelo was elected to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. On November 4, 2007, Colangelo was inducted into the Phoenix Suns Ring of Honor at the halftime of a Suns game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He is the National Leadership Director of the National Italian-American Sports Hall of Fame and is also a Hall of Fame inductee. It is located in the Colangelo Building on Taylor Street in Little Italy, Chicago. Personal life. Colangelo is a Christian. Colangelo has spoken about his faith saying, "The first priority in life is to have that relationship with Jesus Christ. So your faith is number one. God a plan for my life. You know, the way I've tried to live my life is I have this platform, it was given to me by the Lord, and He's blessed me with a lot of things. And someday I'm going to be held accountable with what I did with those things." Colangelo is married to Joan, whom he met on a blind date while at college. They have 4 children: Kathy Holcomb, Kristen Young, Mandy Adams, and Brian Colangelo. Brian was also the president of the Toronto Raptors until 2013. Works: Colangelo, Jerry, Sherman, Len. How You Play the Game, Lessons for Life from the Billion-Dollar Business of Sports. AMACOM. ISBN 9780814404881.